All of my childhood, I wanted a dog. I loved animals more than anything. Every day I'd watch hours of Animal Planet, and all my favorite books feature dogs.
I'm allergic to anything alive, including trees, molds, and animals with fur or feathers. So we've tried having goldfish, we had a Siamese fighting fish which died, we had a frog. Kelly even collected a snail from the front yard and put him in a plastic cup and called him Eve, which is short for leaf. We had hermit crabs, which didn't last long. So basically, we thrived best with stuffed animals.
Unfortunately, my mom's allergies to dogs and anything else with fur kept me from getting my dream. Nonetheless, every dog I saw was the target of my affection. Every birthday wish and Christmas list was topped with a puppy. I was a sucker. Every night I would make my parents repeat the story of their childhood pets over and over just so I could live it through them.
Kelly can be relentless when she wants something, as you may know. So every year from the time she could talk, she would ask for pets. And every year she would study about dogs. She could identify every breed of dog known to mankind. We watched all the television shows with the dog shows, and she could talk about all the dogs in the competition.
It seemed hopeless that I'd never get my dog. However, my grandma had a friend who had two dogs who recently had a litter of puppies. With a lot of begging and the help of allergy shots from my mom, my dream of getting a puppy might actually come true.
Well, we found out about Willie's availability from Kelly's grandma, who had a friend from nursing school who happened to have a female pug and a big male beagle. Now, they weren't trying to be breeders, but those two got together on a date one night, and then they had a litter of about 8 pups like Willie.
He was perfect, the cutest dog I'd ever seen. We went to go meet him, and though the warnings that another lady was currently claiming him, we wanted to see him nonetheless. The first time I met him, he peed on me. I knew from that moment on it'd be a great friendship. A few days later, we found out from the breeder that the original owner could not take him. I was ecstatic. My dream was finally coming true. I was going to get my puppy.
And when we picked him up, I think he was the last one available. And it was so cute because the others were still there and they were in a cage. And we got Willie to take them away. All 5 of them lined up and got real silent and kind of looked and gave him a dog salute. They knew though that he was going to Los Altos to a very good home. He's going to be a very cushy life.
When we did finally get him, I was terrified. Here was his little life in my hands that was now mine. After we picked him up, we swung by my grandparents' house to show him off. Seeing him run around and acting like a little crazy puppy made me start to feel better and less nervous about him. When we got home, he immediately emptied his bladder again on my sleeping bag that I'd planned to sleep out in the kitchen with him. After that, Willie just ran around the living room and tired himself out so much that he just passed out on my pillow, covered only by a washcloth. It wasn't until Willie finally calmed down that I realized what happened that day. I'd finally gotten my dog, and he was great. Although I started off petrified of my newfound responsibility, I soon found that dreams can live up to their expectations. I've had Willie now for over 5 years, and it's been great. I couldn't ask more from a dog. I could have never otherwise realized how much love you can get from such a simple little creature, and how they really are man's best friend. Are you glad we adopted you? Was that a very important moment in your life? Is that a yes? Willie?